Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You are listening to Skull World Live. Yes, sir. The game recap I do after the Vikings games, and I just saw a offensive lineman go into motion and run a flat route, and no one bothered to cover him. So, how unprepared can you be to not cover someone as big as him and give up the first down? Probably game over. I would assume the only way. Think maybe we had one timeout left, so that was not good. I It was a pretty rough game today, defensively, and some decision making on our parts. I'm not gonna. There's no really one person I could blame. I know there's a couple people we probably don't have to blame because they balled out. Just a couple people, but the rest of the team looked pretty flat. Offensive line, no running game. They were run blitzing effectively. We had no game plan for that. Our passing game was fine. We did have a drop on what would have been a first down that killed the drive. We missed a first down by 1 yard. That killed the drive. We went for it on fourth down with a shotgun inside handoff. You're basically 6 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and plenty of time for the defense to react to stuff the defense. And then the fumble on first down on what was going to be a trick play, which was Dalvin Cook was going to throw a jump pass to an offensive lineman. I think Oli Udo, if I'm not mistaken, was called. He fumbles instead. So it wasn't good. We will get the ball back. I believe, if we stop these guys, but very few seconds left on the clock. We would have had an opportunity, I think, if we stopped them on this third down. But gosh, I'm not ever going to call this was a must-win game because it didn't have a factor one way or the other. Potentially hindsight 2020, after all the games are played, you can say we should have won that game, we should have lost this game, whatever. But hey, we got 4 more chances to clinch the playoff spot, and we still hold the driver's seat for the second seed. So I called this a week ago, in not that we'd lose, but I called it a trap game. My idea, a trap game, is coming off emotional wins. We came off of 2 emotional wins, and we're going on a road against a hot team. I saw the makings of a trap game. I did, however, think we would have been ready for it, that we've been battle tested, that we've already fixed our mistakes, and that we were going to win by 2 touchdowns. I went 31-17. Now, I don't believe we could ever win by 2 touchdowns with this defense right now. Let's go over it. Like right now, this will be pretty close to the end with the team stats. So the Lions, 23 first downs. We had 23. So both offenses were very good today. Third down efficiency, they were a little bit better, but not much. 7 for 15. We're for 4 for 10. Fourth down efficiency, both were 1 and 2. They had 69 plays. We had 60. Up until their last score, we were leading their last field goal. We were leading them in time of possession, and they had 433 yards offense. So it was crazy. So they got right now 464 yards, 10 total drives, yards per play 6.7. That was pretty even. We were 396, 10 total drives, yards per play 6.6. So it's pretty even. Passing 374 on our part, 330 on their part. That includes sacks. Otherwise, I'll go over Cousins' stats. 27 for 39 completions, 30 for 39. Talk more about that. So it's fourth down, 59 seconds left. We're going to get the ball with like 30 seconds left. Don't know what's going to happen here. Yards per pass, 8.5 to our 8.7. Sacks, we allowed 4. We didn't get to the quarterback. Goff had all day. There is something wrong with the Ed Donatell defense. No pressure. They threw it well. They ran it well today. Yeah, they gave it 5 yards per carry at one point. So going into this last drive, rushing 134 yards to R22. R22. One of my keys of the game was, the running game. People can run on this team, and we didn't twice now. I was mistaken earlier in my previous pregame. I think I said we did okay against them. No, they held us pretty bad too in that game. Rushing attempts 17. We're not going to win doing that. Yards per rush 1.3. They're 4.5. So this last drive kind of held them down a little bit. Red zone, they were 2 for 2. We were 2 for 4. Can't say it anymore, Dontel. You gave up red zone touchdowns too. 7 for 51 on penalties. That's the place where we could have made a difference. Now, also special teams. We gave up 2 big plays on special teams, a fake punt and a big punt return. Both cost us field positions big time, made a huge difference in the game. Sometimes you live by the sword, you die by the sword. The Lions lived by the sword today. Vikings died by the sword. Here's a field goal to put it out of reach for us. And it is good. We're down 34-23. And no matter what we do, it won't matter at this point. And there's only 17 seconds left to play. We probably run 2 plays, let the clock run out. Nothing to see here. Now offensive scoring, and I'm going to go down each drive and how the game went. But let's Jared Goff, 27 for 39, 330 yards, 8.5 yards per average, 3 TDs, 0 sacks, rating 120.7. Kirk Cousins, 30 for 39, 405 yards, 10.4 average per attempt, 2 TDs, sacked 3 times. One was big. One kept us kicking a field goal instead of a touch and continuing to go on for a touchdown. And then they get like a 6-minute drive. 126.5 passer rating. Dalvin Cook sacked 1 time because he did the jump pass or tried to, didn't even attempt it. And I think at the halftime, Kevin O'Connell was asked about it, and Kevin O'Connell said the offensive line had a brain fart or whatever. My thought on that is they were all standing up pretty tall, and Dalvin Cook is 5'9" or 5'10", something like that. So he can't even see over the line. I don't think you could see Oli Udoh open in the back of the end zone. He was open, but he could not see him because he can't see over 6'5" guys. That's why it was such a bad play call. Anyways, I'll dwell on that a little bit later. Dalvin Cook, 15 carries for 23 yards, 1.5 yard average, 1 TD. Alexander Mattison, 2 carries for -1. We couldn't do anything in the running game. Justin Jefferson, 10 receptions. Cousins throwing a big bomb, no interception. He threw it to Rager. 10 receptions, 213 yards, 21.3 average, 14 targets. TJ Hawkinson, pretty good game. He had a drop on what would have been a first down, 6 for 67, 11.2 yards. All these are improvements. Thielen, 7 catches, 65 yards, 9.3. TJ Hawkinson had 8 targets. Thielen had 8 targets. He had a TD. Thielen did. KJ Osborne, 5 for 38, 1 TD, 5 targets. Dalvin Cook, 1 reception, 13 yards, 2 targets. CJ Ham, 1 for 9, 1 target. We did a hook and ladder to Justin Jefferson, and we're going to end the game with a fumble. TJ Hawkinson tried to lateral, so we end that game with 2. Now we got 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles. I think you just kneel, man, and make you feel better about not fumbling. I mean, there's no time left. But hey, padded the stats, I guess. But Dalvin Cook, 1 fumble. It's eventually going to say TJ Hawkinson, probably a fumble here. Dalvin Tomlinson, 9 total tackles. Not bad for a guy on a 3-4 defensive line. 1 tackle for loss. Metellus, 9 tackles, 7 solo. There was a problem in that safety area of deciding who's supposed to cover who. I think losing Harrison Smith for the game really hurt. Eric Kendricks, 9 tackles, 6 solo. Jordan Hicks, 8 with a tackle for loss. Patrick Peterson, 5. No passes defended. 1 team pass defended. Jordan Hicks had a pass defended. Out of all the players that registered some sort of tackle, including some offensive players, I guess might have been on special teams. I don't know. Ezra Cleveland got the tackle. No, 1 pass defense, 1 QB hit, and that was, I believe that was Daniil Hunter, who got to golf 1 time. So that's it, guys. That defense was the most porous Swiss cheese defense I've seen. I want to say all year, because the other games they did get stops. This team didn't get stops, and the big ass chunk plays didn't stop anybody. Our offense, how can you? I mean, let's go team stats right now. Game's over. 417 total yards. So we gave up 464 yards and 31 points, and they're 2 for 2 in the red zone, meaning they scored from big, outside of the red zone too, and gave up a 15-yard stretch play. It wasn't even a stretch play. He bounced it outside and got it in for a score. I'm going to go through. Oh, I got some comments here. I'm rattling off here. Hey, Josh Pearman, let me put your comments up. We can't win if Dontel's calling defense. We will be one and done. Not going to disagree with you, Josh. Thanks for joining. We need block field goals in return for a touchdown. Yeah, fire him. KOC made stupid play calls today. I agree. There was, first down, we do a jump pass. He doesn't expect it to be a fumble. He doesn't expect him not to throw it and it to be a fumble. So we still had 3 more downs to go if we want to get in that score. That made a huge difference. We would have been 14-14 with the ball. Instead, we're 14-7 with the ball. So I agree. It was a bad play call. There was a bad play call on that 4th down play on that one drive. That was the game made us look like frauds, like the media has been saying about us. I would say the media has been saying about our bad defense is probably, I don't know why there has not been enough light shined on how bad our defense has played now 3 games in a row. Secondary is the worst. The run offense sucks too. I think all day, Ed, you know what I think about this is that we were not getting at the quarterback. I agree. Our defensive backs struggle. I think if you gave more pressure, got after the quarterback, they wouldn't have to cover for as long. And we'd get in the quarterback's face, give him less room. I mean, he had a 3 yard cushion everywhere. It wasn't until that he had to scramble a little bit because we were covering. So there was a lot to be said about how bad our pass rush has been lately. It's almost been non-existent. It was in this game. I mean, there was very few times Goff had any pressure on him. Hey, McAndrews, man. Bad feelings today. Hey, I earlier in the show, I considered this a trap game. I talked about it last week, after the last game, that the Lions would be a trap game. I had co-hosts calling this a must win. Yeah, there's no must wins right now. If we go into the last game of the season after losing 4 straight, that would be a must win. But we're not in must-win territory. We had the 2nd seed. We're up a game for sure. Hey, we got 4 more games to close this out. And, if we win 2 of the last 4 or 3 of the last 4, we ensure that 2nd seed, I think. So, no must-wins. This is not a must-win. This was a trap game. We come off 2 emotional highs, and it's now 2 emotional wins, and we lose against a Lions team that was pretty hot lately. His defense was horrible, and KOC made some poor play calling choices that if we did get those first downs or did get into the end zone, when those decisions were made, there would have been possibly a different outcome in this game. A misunderstood socialist, you are frauds, got exposed. Yeah, hey, go enjoy yourself. Go enjoy yourself. We lose one game, we're frauds again. And then we go on 6-game winning streaks. We got exposed. Hey, go join misunderstood socialists. Oh, of course we lose because it meant nothing. Again, it doesn't mean nothing, Rap. Are you trying to win the chat again? Oh, yeah, here he is again. That's fraud thinking. Win in the chat again. East Coast Gridiron. Hey, this loss will be one loss. You need to move forward. Exactly. This is a guy who knows his football. East Coast Gridiron knows his football. I've seen us lose the worst team in the league before and make the playoffs. It wasn't a must win, no matter how much Triple P wants to call it. We got 4 more games. Shaking my head. Yes, we do. We got 4 more games and all winnable games. Dalvin Cook is a shell of himself. Yeah, he hasn't been showing up. He's had some good games. Yeah, he's indecisive lately, I think. I don't think that would cause this game. I think they did opportune blitzing, run blitzing. They busted up our line a little bit. There was I missed first couple of drives because I was listening on the radio, so I couldn't quite see it. I was trying to get my feed up and running, but yeah, he's not a shell of himself, let's say, but I mean he's still over 4 yards per carry. He was up at 5 at one point this year. I think he can turn around. Something, not nothing. I don't know what you're saying now, man. Wait till the last game. We got one more game type of guy. I don't understand that at all. Sorry, man. We'll talk about it at 9:15 tonight. You can yell at me all you want. Our defense is trash. I'm not going to disagree, man. Creedy boy, thanks for listening, man. Josh Pierman, Donishell, don't make any adjustments and just let Goff tear us all day. We had no answer for the Lions offense. 100% agree. I think a pass rush would go a long ways to helping out our defensive backs. It would go a long ways, and it wasn't there. Let me go through the game here. First quarter, Lions stopped the Vikings on 4th down. I don't get the 7 yards back, handoff, inside handoff, let the outside guy crash down on him. I don't get that type of play call when you have, the play action ability of this team to get up at the line of scrimmage and then play action it. I don't know what give that threat, but I don't get the 7 yards inside handoff idea. Jameson Williams, 41-yard TD. Apparently, I didn't get to see this play. This is the one play, but from the commentary I got and the sideline reporting that I was listening to on the radio, that I believe Bynum bid on a play or whatever. Should have been playing cover 2. I don't know, but that was apparently just blown coverage. Something that Harrison Smith would help out in, because he's the guy that are talking to the guys in the secondary, making sure they know their spots, know their assignments. Harrison Smith goes a long way being back in the safety position, telling these young guys what to do, where to do, and not to lose focus. Got some more comments. Let me go back to this. What do we got here? Time to draft upcoming running back for the future. Well, I think we do. East Coast Gridiron. I think Ty Chandler is an up-and-coming running back. He just, he got the injury this year. So I really high on Ty Chandler. Tell me what you think, East Coast Gridiron. I respect your decision, or what you think about a running back. Tell me what you think about Ty Chandler. But I think we did. I think we drafted a guy I said would be our starting running back in 2024. But I'm really interested in what you get to say. You guys need a good Mike linebacker and a strong safety that can play consistently. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Harrison Smith is a little long in the tooth. He's making splash plays with the interceptions, plays center field. But there is, hopefully Lewis Cine comes back and is the real deal, comes back off the injury. I do like Metellus at points because he has come up and he's a pretty sure tackler. I don't see too many faults in Josh Metellus. Bynum, I don't think he's a sure tackler and has made poor decisions in the past, and I believe he's being faulted for the Jameson touchdown, but I could be wrong on that. That was the reporting by Ben Lieber on the sideline. JJ had a great game, but the stats mean nothing unless we win. Yes, Josh, I think there was a couple guys on this team that balled out that showed great effort today. I think there was others, but didn't show like there wasn't much fire on both sides of the ball. But you cannot fault JJ for this. And honestly, we had Kirk Cousins going into the fourth quarter had 270 yards offense. So yeah, a lot to do there. There was some good effort between both those guys. Kirk played great also today. I agree, Josh. I don't think anything can be faulted on Kirk on this. There was a drop on first down, a play call on fourth down, taking the ball out of his hands. Taking the ball out of his hands at the goal line on a jump pass. If you want your best guy throwing the ball, it is not your running back who's never thrown a ball. I don't know. I think he may have thrown a ball in the past, but I don't know. But let's keep going. First quarter, first yard, Cook 7 7, 10 plays, 625. So we got that touchdown. I didn't get to see this one. Second quarter, Vikings stopped the Lions on fourth down. That was a big play. We do nothing because TJ Hawkinson dropped a first down, an easy first down. It was, I mean, couldn't, both feet were down. All he's doing was waiting for the ball. He drops it. He did make up for some plays, but still. Second quarter, big punt return, 38 yards. And what do? 40-yard TD to DJ Shark. Burnt Dantzler down the field. 48 yards, 8 seconds, 7-14. Second quarter, Vikings fumble on a trick play at the goal line. I had talked enough about that one. That made me sick. Although Kevin O'Connell doesn't expect him to fumble on that play. No one expects your running back to fumble on that play, even though it was a trick play. So he still had 3 more plays. He's trying to catch him off guard. But I still don't call that play. I don't call that play. And just so you know, I had said it earlier in the show, but on this play, Kevin O'Connell said the lineman had some brain farts. Well, he didn't say it that way, but that's what the sideline reporter said. These guys are standing straight up, and they got a 5'9", 5'10" running back, and he can't see anybody, and that's why he held the ball. He couldn't see Olioto open, and then he gets strip sacked. That shouldn't have happened. A play call shouldn't have happened. We shouldn't put him in that situation. We should stop taking the ball out of our quarterback on that goal line, giving someone else to throw it, and then earlier in the fourth down play, and having them in shotgun and doing an inside handoff. Second quarter, missed 47-yard field goal. That was good. Kept it 14-7. We go out 3 and out. We missed a first down by a yard. Fake punt, 42 yards. Flips the field on us. They go down and score. Josh Reynolds, 5 yards TD reception. 12 plays, 76 yards, 704. Third quarter, Adam Thielen, 23-yard TD reception, 7 plays, 75 yards, 327. We're down 13 for 21. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We went for 2 when we're down 21-7. I don't get that play call. I don't get it at all. If you're listening, check in. Tell me what you think of what went on today. I'm interested in what you guys got to say, man. Fourth quarter, Jackson, 15-yard TD run, 10 plays. That was too easy. He just one cut, goes around the side. Nobody had contained. It was just too easy of a touchdown. Offense didn't give up. We go down there. That was the one sack that really cost us. It made it 3rd and 17. We kick a field goal. We're at 16-28, but we drove down the field pretty easily. And then fourth quarter, 41-yard field goal, 12 plays, 52 yards, 641. And then I got the last play in our last score in fourth quarter. KJ Osborne, 15-yard TD pass, 6 plays, 7 yards, a minute 16. We drove down the field at ease. If we get one more stop, in fact, if they gave the touchdown, they said JJ stepped out on this drive. I don't think he did. His heel didn't come down on the ground, but they called the play dead, so it's dead. You can't challenge a dead call. But that would have left a little more time. And if we get a stop, we have a chance of coming back. Too many big plays today. That was my that was my deal that one of my big keys to the game is stop giving up big plays. This whole Ed Donatel big play, as long as they don't get the end zone, that's crap, man. That is crap. Donatel this defense has been worse than it has been good. There was a 3-game stretch where I gave it a lot of faith and we were causing turnovers, but if it's not causing turnovers, results like this happen. East Coast Gridiron, Ty Chandler is interesting. I never saw him as a number 1. He has problems consistently finding running lanes, athletically gifted, but I think that's where he struggles even when he was at UNC. Yeah, I mean, I'm just watching highlight tapes, right? I do have a lot of faith in him. Is he a true number 1? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see if he give him 15, 20 snaps in the game and see what he can do. Then we'll know, right? But I want more. The reason I would want to go away from running back as a big time acquisition, yeah, sure, draft one. I keep drafting them because we're hitting on them, but I want to go receiver because I think we need a few more weapons because of Thielen is a little long in the tooth. But yeah, there's some problems there on the defense. If you don't mind, let me talk about. I do have my partnership with Chuck Foreman, 44.com. After this video, go in the comments, not the chat, but the comments. Skull anything, any comment. You're going to be entered in my contest. Subscribe, like, and comment. And you have ability to win a autographed jersey. I'm giving away that January 3rd. And one more. Oh, yeah, and go to chuckforeman44.com, Skull 15 at checkout, and you'll get 15% off. Here's the catch, which is a autographed picture of Justin Jefferson and his catch. You can get that at Fanatics. In the comment in the description of the video below, you can get that. All you have to do is copy and paste the links into another browser and you can go shop and that'll support the channel. So I appreciate that. Thank you for letting me talk about my interests. Now that there's a lot there, man. Let me go to these guys. Stop kidding yourself. They were playing from behind the whole time. Yeah, I mean, you still got to play, right? I don't Ichi Owl. I'm not sure what you're asking. Stop kidding yourself. We were playing from behind the whole time because, except for the fact that we were 7, he was 7-7 at one point. So we weren't playing behind the whole time, but we're 7-7. But hey, we played from behind the whole time and won games this year. So I'm not sure what you're getting at there about my kidding myself. But you just lost to the Lions. Boffler Films, Justin McNabb. Yeah, and so did some other people. They're 6-7 right now. They're not that, it's an NFL team, man. Yeah, it's good. Hey, but thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting my channel by checking in and making a comment. Go Lions. Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, go Lions, man. I had Micro Mike on my channel. Great fan base over there. The fact that you guys have stuck with your team from all those years of losing and now we're coming on Vikings channels and discussing the game with me, I appreciate it. It shows how good a fan you are for bearing all those years of losing to come on my channel. And I thank you for supporting me, man. I appreciate it. I listen to Lions YouTubers too. And again, I had Micro Mike on and I'm going to text him a little bit later. I wished him luck in this game and wished for no injuries. I think there wasn't too many. I hope not. Honestly, we had some guys missing the game, the end of the game, but because I think Dantzler didn't finish the game. We had Brandel go down there for a little bit. So hopefully we get it healthy going into this next game. But again, thanks Ken Berry for coming over and supporting my channel by doing that. But hey guys, it's another week. No matter what anybody says, this was not a must-win game. It is a must make a decision on getting Ed Donatel to either change his ways or find the sidewalk. It is that bad. I can excuse KOC from being a rookie head coach on making in-game decisions and still being one score down, going late into the game. I can still forgive him. But Ed Donatel, you've been around this league, man. You've been around this league. You're the defensive coordinator. We're giving up over 400 yards back to back to back games. Something's got to change. Thanks for joining me, guys. It's a pleasure. Thanks for supporting my channel. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and comment after I hit end, and that way you'll enter my contest. I want to give back to you. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks each and every one of you for joining me. Skull Vikes, we got a game to play next week. Vikings are going to be ready. Be ready for another victory. We'll get this turned around. Skull Vikings.